There's Levy. Hey, so sorry, Levy, don't need to cut you off. We had to discuss how we were going to approach this. I'm Andrew Dorcas, the head of global sales for Art Media out of Toronto. Levy, I'll let you introduce yourself really quick.
Hi there, everyone. Yes, thanks, Andrew. I'm Levy Silva. I'm VP of VP of Sales EMEA. Pardon me. I'm based out of London, supporting Andrew for the EMEA region.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for coming here today. Here, I'll just move my mic in a little bit closer. We're a global sales or a technology company focusing primarily on holographic telepresence. We call it holopresence, the ability to bring multiple people to multiple locations with virtually no latency in communicating over a holographic network. I'm going to share my screen and just talk to you really quickly about our company. And then I'm going to do as Steve did, share some videos, and we'll take it from there. So Art Media has been around for the better part of the last 5 years, honing in on our focus of holopresence. The holopresence technology is fairly unique. The ability to do multi-point communications holographically is very, very hard to do without latency. And so we've honed in on this as our main area of focus. We're really hoping to pioneer the future of communication. With COVID-19 hitting us in Asia, migrating to Europe and then into America, we shifted quickly into a virtual world as well. And we are now providing not only holopresence, but also virtual solutions and ultimately hybrid solutions for the meetings and events industry. We can capture and simultaneously beam one or multiple presenters in high quality and ultra low latency and have them appear in front of audiences both in person, in conferences, boardrooms, classrooms, etc., or virtually using essentially any streaming platform that exists. We power this all with what we call our Art Engine, which is a combination of our patented software and purpose-built hardware that allows us to attach that to green screen studios around the globe and empower companies, organizations, government facilities, etc., to beam their presenters, they're very important people, from one location to another. This is how it works. So these green screen studios are all off-the-shelf equipment that is openly available in many organizations already. We attach our Art Engine system to it, and that powers you to have the ability to either beam into holopresence displays, which we manufacture and distribute and or rent, as well as virtual global stage streams, which is essentially available using any streaming platform, including the likes of Zoom here. Our transmission options are vast. So we can do one location to one location, either physically or virtually, or we can do one location to many locations, essentially buying back time and travel costs that many organizations suffer with today. We can also, and this is the most unique part of what we do, we can bring multiple presenters from multiple countries and bring them together onto a common stage as if they were there side by side. We can do this virtually as well as physically with holopresence. And then lastly, the combination of one to many and many to one allows us to bring many presenters to many destinations without the need for travel or time out of the office. Our ecosystem is expanded to not just holopresence displays for meetings and events, but we are launching next month the HoloPod. The HoloPod is a permanent, semi-permanent setup structure that can be in classrooms, training facilities, boardrooms, etc. We are talking to real estate properties, commercial real estate properties about placing these in the airports, malls, busy office throughways, etc. And allowing companies and organizations to provide not only people to communicate, both live and pre-recorded, but also with graphics and impact their storytelling. So on that note, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share a recent media publication here in Canada, the Globe and Mail, that did a cover story on our company a month ago. I'm going to just swap this out to the, where is my screen share? I apologize. Zoom has taken over two screens on my computer here, and I cannot find, there it is. We're going to drag this over here. Levy, can you confirm that that video is there on the screen?
Yes, we can see that, Andrew.
Okay, great. I'm just going to make sure that the audio is attached. Can you just let me know if the audio struggles?
No audio, Andrew.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, just one second. I'm just going to do this. Click the button that I'm supposed to click when I do this. There we go. That one. I'll share it again. Thanks, guys. Let's back this up.
And please unclick your mute. Connecting with one another has never been so easy. Can you hear me? You're on. And frustrating. If we're not attached to a robot, we're on the always entertaining virtual conference call.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not hearing any sound.
And yes, it works, but only in smaller numbers. Connecting with larger audiences, well, who knows when we'll be allowed to do that. And that's where a Toronto company called AHRT Media is hoping to step in. They've used holograms to transport the likes of Tony Robbins and Stephen Hawking to conferences around the world. But with less traveling because of COVID, they've gone smaller with a focus on healthcare, education, and finance.
Instead of having to get on a plane and travel for 24 hours to do a consult or to do a lecture or to educate people, say in Singapore, you can just beam in, do your 45 minutes, do live Q&A, and then if you want to, you could beam in next to Tokyo and do this exact same thing again. So we make important people really, really efficient.
In this COVID-19 world, doing a face-to-face interview like this without a mask is a no-no, except Larry's not here. He's in a room all by himself next door. And he could be anywhere in the world right now. In 2019, 250 people gathered for the Blockchain Awards in Toronto. The show saw its numbers quadruple in 2020 when it went virtual. And its full hologram experience this fall is expected to be even larger.
We're talking about audiences in China, in Brazil, in Europe, and other parts of the world. We hope to have an audience that is at a minimum 10 times what we were able to create using only a physical space.
It should come as no surprise that studies show face-to-face meetings are more effective than conference calls or emails.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's just a movie, but in Star Wars, Princess Leia chose a hologram message over sending a letter. And look how that turned out. Of course, there are drawbacks to holograms.
Just like so. Nice meeting you, Larry.
But in a pandemic, who's shaking hands anyway? Microlink, Global News, Toronto.
So that just gives you a glimpse in terms of what we can deliver. We do focus on both physical networks with permanent installations within organizations, as well as meetings and events with temporary. And we're now doing online presentations and streaming executives through the likes of embedded YouTube streams, Facebook Live. It could be through GoToWebinar and other meeting and event streaming platforms, etc. Our key vertical markets continue to be the financial services, the healthcare and technology sectors. These are massive in terms of the very busy, very important people. We're also expanding heavily into education as a result of COVID-19, really impacting the safety of the classroom and wanting us to bring a very safe environment with social distancing inside of the classroom. Entertainment is always fun. We have the ability to bring musicians that normally wouldn't be able to reach numerous audiences. Here's an example of a demo we did with Live Nation, beaming in a local Toronto band into the Wiltern Theater down in Los Angeles. As we go forward, the global office network is going to be a massive focus right now. We are quoting substantially across the globe to allow companies to integrate our technology into their own offices, organizations, etc. Not only can they save time, but they can reduce travel expenses. Over 5 years, the savings are in the millions in terms of being able to leverage and use our technology. And if there's a sustainability focus, which ideally there is within most organizations, the CO2 gas emissions that we are saving only in addition with that travel is incredible. So what I wanted to share one more video with you so that you can take a look at what the hologram looks like at a meeting in a conference. Here's one that we've done, and I'll just share this with you really quickly.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Vancouver. Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
Is that yourself?
This is myself here with you in Vancouver on stage.
Welcome. That's it's great. It's great to see you. This works out really well. Where are you?
I am in Toronto, And we should tell your audience, this isn't another one of those demos where I'm like, not real.
Yeah.
I'm actually really here on stage with you in Vancouver as well.
Wow. Well, it's fantastic. You're looking well.
I was just asking if Dave could see us. Apparently he can.
I can. If anybody wants to try the technology, the experience is pretty much like standing on the stage in Vancouver. It's even 17 degrees and partly cloudy here in Toronto, so it's pretty much the same thing.
You can just use your imagination. Imagine, employee education meetings, benefits meetings, sending your CEO to open up something like, these are all, what's amazing is technology is all accessible now.
Hi Dave, my name's Samantha. How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing, Samantha?
I'm doing well, thank you. Super cool with the technology here. I'm actually blown away. I'm expecting like Captain Kirk or Spock to appear. So
I'm just going to stop that one in the spirit of time. I just wanted to give you guys an example of what that looked like. Ultimately, the premium global product or virtual product that we have is called the Virtual Global Stage. We can bring multiple presenters together onto common stages, and this is becoming a big interim bridge solutions for our company. You don't pay anything extra when you buy the equipment for this solution. This is all integrated into our ART engine and allows you to do not only the Holo Presence, which is our main focus, but also the virtual global stage streaming into hybrid or virtual events. So
thank you very much, Andrew and Levy.
No
I think you're out of time, but yeah, that was great.
That is fine. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.